Gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again. We're straight into game. This is semi-finals Cloud9 versus Cluelessness, the German counterparts of the Cloud9 team here. DM?
So who is Jeppe? Because I thought that was Trix Tank's name. Is that just Trix Tank's name?
Could be. So, no, but Trix Tank is there. Trix Tank, Sayo, and Suntouch are playing on this team so far, and Jeppe.
Who is Jeppe?
Not sure who Jeppe is. Well, I'm sure we'll find out.
Guys, please stop changing your
Is
names.
it Half Devil's real name? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Disguise?
I'm not sure.
Cloud9 going to be on the left-hand side, and they're going to ban away Geb as the first ban against Cluelessness. It looks like they did the homework and watched last game, DM.
Yeah, I mean, that was smart. Geb's going to be taken out. Hercules will be reciprocated by Cluelessness, and option goes back over to C9.
So what are they going to hover and choose to pick out here? A lot of things on the table. Aphrodite's still available.
Right. Hunbots.
Bats, you know, all the assassins still available. Got to go with the Kumbhakana ban, so focus in the support tree here.
Yeah, they're trying to just shut down their front line, which is good. And it looks like a final answer back here. Scylla is going to be removed. Hercules is removed. I mean, this is good. This is a good start.
I think the Scylla ban is just kind of standard to see. You don't want to give that one up, but it does leave up. At the moment, Suntouch is hovering over Hunbots.
Yeah, they're going to grab that. This is smart. This is definitely really smart.
There's no reason not to pick up Hunbots when he's available in this situation as well, because he's going to have the opportunity to use that Fear No Evil, can turn the tide of a team fight at any opportunity. And now Cluelessness's choice, at the moment, they're hovering Thor.
That's right. Thor is going to be hovered on. Hunbots already picked up. It looks like Clueless Moex still has opportunity left out. Not really sure what they're going to plan to do here. Generally, we see a physical and a magical, and we're actually going to see a lot of Athena.
Has Athena really done that well in this tournament so far, though? I mean, from what we saw of her yesterday, I don't think she really brought out what they wanted to when they...
By the way, Hindu Man, Jeppe is definitely Trix Tank's name. It's apparently Funball.
Okay, so Funballer is Trix Tank's real name in disguise. Okay, got this.
So option back over to C9. Sayo and Trix Tank have their options. With all the yelling he has done about Bacchus, I'm just going to assume that Trix Tank is going to pick Bacchus here.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the opportunity to do so. He could go with Sun Wukong because we know how strong his Sun Wukong is anyway. But Osiris is on the table, and I know Trix Tank has been playing around with that a lot lately, DM.
Yeah, that's true. But Habwa and Kronos get hovered on. No locks just yet. Ooh, actually, both of them are going to get locked in at the same exact time. Very cute. Lot of magical damage, so their front line is likely to be physical, which means in ban phase, we're going to have to see another either warrior or guardian taken out.
I'd love to see Cluelessness ban out Osiris here. I think this is a great call for them to do that. They've gone with Anher again, but I think Osiris needs to be taken out here. With Hercules off the table, it's limiting the warrior pool.
So we're going back into ban phase with Anher grabbed in. Looks like Cluelessness has the option for ban first. Like you said, Osiris is likely going to be the strongest pick. Chalk also very strong. And of course, he does have a very, very good baby play. I mean, he has pretty much every warrior at his disposal. We saw Odin can be pretty good today.
Yeah, and don't forget they've got Trix Tank, and he can play a mean Sun Wukong. And Sun Wukong can be that great front line if he plays it the same way he always does. Bacchus is the ban choice from Cluelessness, and you were talking about Bacchus already, so going to be taken out. And finally, in response, Cloud9 are actually going to take out Poseidon.
Poseidon and Bacchus both going to be grabbed out here. Final pick option here for Cluelessness before C9 finishes it up. It looks like they need some pretty hefty magical here. Athena not really going to fill that gap too well. Of course, she does have a global presence, which will be good, but they need to have that magical flat. And it looks like they're going to hover, and looks like lock immediately onto Zhang.
Yeah, well, banning out the Poseidon, it doesn't leave much magical left on the table, so Zhang going to be picked up, and finally, with those changes, they're going to hover on Chark. I'm surprised they've not gone for Osiris here. I mean, he's on the table, he's available to be picked up, and neither team has chose to pick him up.
I like the Chalk pick, especially with the way that Omega did so well yesterday. I think this is strong.
I think Chuck is strong. I just feel like Osiris could bring more for them. I don't know. Maybe I guess that team composition could be a bit difficult against, you know, Zhang Kui, and the Impales from Anher could become an issue as well. Maybe Chuck is the right choice.
Well, I guess we're going to find out once the game starts. He only has a few seconds left to change his mind, but as the timer counts down, it looks like this will be a lock onto the Mayan Rain God.
Oh, Chuck is the final one to round out Cloud9's team to face off against Cluelessness. And one thing I can say, DM, is Cluelessness seem to go into this game every time with Frezzy and Moex going for standard support and AD carry composition in the lanes.
That's true. I mean, they didn't. I mean, they had a pretty strong start last game as well, considering their overall positioning. They took towers early, but this time they're going up against C9, a team with much more veteran teamwork. Though Trixtank is a member of TSM, and Funball, I mean, he's on a new team every week.
Pretty much. He just goes where he pleases, so to speak. So that's going to be the lineups for this one. Dover's once again on that Thor, and Fexas on that Jean-Kui. Guys, we'll be right back as these teams load themselves in to the semi-final match between Cloud9 and Cluelessness. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back as Cloud9 on the blue side are going to face off against Cluelessness on the red side in this semi-final 4v4 Siege extravaganza.
Right out of the gate here, you're going to see a lot of wards getting placed down, and including a very aggressive red ward being placed on the bottom side at the red camp. This is really strong, but this is going to be Cloud9 versus Cluelessness, Hindu Man. Let's talk a little bit about C9.
Yeah, well, Cloud9 going to be starting off with Suntouch in the jungler position. I was going to say in the jungle, but nope, this is always in the jungle in this one. On Humbats, Jeppy is going to be played by Kronos, also known as Funballer, also known as Trixtank's real name. Trixtank is going to be on Herbois, and Sayo on Chuck.
Everybody add Trixtank on Facebook.
Did you do that, really?
Really? They would have figured it out. On the top side of your map, we're going to find Cluelessness. This is going to be Clueless Frezzy on the top, playing Athena with Clueless Moex. They're going to be doing the duo lane of Athena and on her. On the very top of your minimap, you're going to find Fexes and Dover are going to be playing Jean-Kui and Thor, respectively, as they start going to lane. You're going to see these camps get picked up, 36 tickets for each team right out of the gate as the Hand of the Gods do come down. They're going to work towards the lane to try to continue, or rather, just gain control of the overall lane presence, ticket control, and early game pressure.
Yeah, Cloud9 going to be the first ones overall to lane to get both members there. We're going to see Kronos and Humbats laning together. Meanwhile, on the other side, we'll see Herbois. Oh my god, that was a quick kill on Herbois as Moex takes him down quickly.
Where did he even go? Clueless coming out to fight.
This is the one thing that I was saying about the being a hunter and support lane. These guys are used to laning together constantly, DM, so they should have some great experience on when to catch people out of position, and they're applying that already.
Right out of the gate, man, they have been super strong. Oh, Frezzy's ulting over to the left side. Oh, he's just going to keep Dover alive. No chance there, as you see Funball and Suntouch doing a lot of damage, but not enough to get that kill.
Yeah, Kronos and Humbats do a lot of damage together. They both hit level 5 now, so ultimates are available. And you can see Frezzy sticking around, looking for the taunt, lands it on both of them. Damage is on, but on the backline you see the Fear No Evil, but Frezzy's in trouble. He's going to be the first to drop to Kronos. The rewind is used as Suntouch jumps out, and that is a big win for Cloud9.
Nice push and turnaround coming out from Funball as well, who gets some decent damage answered back. It looks like the gold is getting closer to even, still slightly in favor of Cluelessness, but the experience now is in favor of Cloud9.
I love what Moex is doing on here. Every time he walks out, he looks to the right straight away just to check and see if there's anybody there. This time, he's not looked, and Trixtank's waiting, but nothing comes of it, though. But he kept checking over and over again, like, is there anybody there? Because Sayo, you're playing really aggressive.
Thor, Anvil of Dawn's getting started. They're running out. They realize he gets the double stun. Nice ultimate coming through, but Trix is going to take too much damage here.
Trix used the ultimate, but in response, Sayo's coming out with the Storm Call, trying to slow them down, but already Trix drops. It seemed the tidal wave just pushed him too far past where he wanted to escape through the hole.
I'm surprised to see Trixtank going into such an aggressive role here in the Herbois. So far, not working out too well. You can see that he is 0 and 2 bottom farm in the game currently.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to see if he can pick up as time goes on. We know Herbois has a lot of damage, so focusing him earlier on because of his low mobility is probably what Cluelessness' game plan is, and they're starting to execute it really well.
I like the early pressure coming out. I mean, early game Herbois is not super strong, and using a lot of ultimates and a lot of damage to pick him off repeatedly is going to be the go-to plan. They just got to make sure they don't put him down too far, otherwise they're going to allow the team to go for counter-initiates, and that's going to be incredibly dangerous.
Right side, Frezzy's in trouble this time. Actually tries to use the ultimate to get out, and does so! Manages to find Jean-Kui in the backline somehow and survive, but that ultimate's on cooldown as we see Suntouch rotating in. Moex is well aware.
So we're going to cut into a replay real quick, guys. A lot of you might have missed the first blood. It happened instantaneously, and we want to run this one back for you. So check this out here. We're going to go into the Smite instant replay, and we're going to check in with On Her. Now watch the Habwa as he moves forward, and this just happens in instant. He's going to turn around here, and look at this. Pull, stun into the pillar. Didn't even need the pillar there, and he goes down.
That was a lot of burst damage coming out. So you are back in game, guys. You didn't miss any action because we did freeze it for you. Suntouch rotates to the left-hand side to once again help out Funballer in this lane matchup against Jonque and Thor. But the first siege towers do spawn of this game on opposite sides. And look at this, straight away, Cluelessness going for the Silver Fury.
I mean, why not? If they have the opportunity, go for it. But look at this. Sayo rotates in, finds the opportunity, and pushes it. Now, do you find it strange that Trix Tank is playing Habwa and Sayo is playing Chalk?
I think it's unusual to see that, but I know these players are so good, DM, and I feel like they're
absolutely.
so strong that they can actually just repeat into different roles over and over again.
Oh,
so.
I would definitely agree. Though at this level, I mean, they're having
Sayo.
trouble. Sayo's forced into that silence there, and looks like the ghosts are out. I don't know if it's going to be enough damage here. One more ghost will hit. It won't be enough, and they'll actually get 2 ultimates out of it, though.
Oh, the rewind causes Funballer to get in a great position to pick up Vexes on the back of that one, and this tower's going to go down. Meanwhile, right-hand side is chipping away at the tower, so this is a big win for Cloud9 there.
Yeah, that was pretty strong. It's 2-2 right now, and you give the tower damage. Trixtank going in, gets the knockup, but no water cannon, strangely enough. Didn't want to follow up there. I mean, taking a look at the board, it doesn't look like he really had a chance to follow up, but his ultimate is available, so I don't know why he really didn't go for that one.
So many sentry wards being picked up as well. We just saw a sentry ward placed again at the Silver Fury, this time by Suntouch. Funballer rotating around to come and pick up that red buff as the jungle camps have respawned once again.
So now Silver Fury still available. Past the 5-minute mark, of course, everything's going to be up, so they're looking to farm up those tickets. Remember, the entire jungle is worth 36 tickets total, which each team is looking to pick up. Those Sun Touches going back, Speed and Blue on bottom side are still available as Thor starts red at the top.
But look at Moex's build on that and her as well. He went for the Death's Toll start and only gone for the Warrior Tabby. So we'll see what he's going to transition into next. Will it be the Chins? I think it's a bit late to start a stacking item now, so I doubt we'll see that one, DM.
Going back to the base is On Her. Athena hanging. Actually, no, she heads back to the base as well. Only really Zhang is left in lanes, and he's rotating into the jungle. Not really sure what he's looking for. He drops a ward. I see they're just trying to control the middle Fury as much as possible, which has actually a lot of vision on it. But a Sentry Denton Balloon there was ready to pick up the ward just placed by Fex, so that was a good play.
Yeah, gold and experience in this game are totally even right now. The only difference in any way, shape or form is Cloud9 has done a little bit more tower damage on the enemy towers of Cluelessness than anything. That's the only difference in this one right now. This is very, very close.
Now we're seeing a rotation over to mid here. Again, a ward gets placed down, but in sight of the Denton Balloon. That Sentry ward's going to be able to pick that one up as well. And now it looks like the Silver Fury is ripe for the taking on the side of... Oh, yeah, he's got to watch out.
Yeah, sorry, I thought Sayo actually tried to throw his axe over the wall and missed. That's what I thought I just saw. I was like, oh, but I think he was clearing a ward, actually. I'm going to say he was clearing a ward. Let's go with that. It sounds right.
Rotating into mid now, you can see Athena not really sure where she's going. She's going to get spotted out by Sayo and chased as the left side tower starts to take some damage.
Yeah, left side tower does take quite a bit, as we saw Fexes have to back to base for extra mana and pick up a few extra items as well. And this one is really a Mexican standoff because both teams want to fight, but they're looking for the right opportunity.
Going in, we get a teleport opportunity. Milner's 2 minutes down. Actually, we do see another teleport as well as Torrent goes off, but no shot coming out from the monkey. Right side, Trixtank just kind of harassing Moex. Both sides, it seems that C9 has the pressure.
Yeah, left-hand side, though. Ton goes out from Moex into the fear. No, even from Suntouch, though. There's the stop call, and it looks like Cluelessness could be in trouble. But Fex says he's on the front line. The back side of it, Dover books down and takes out Suntouch. Sayo secures Fexes, but under the tower. At what cost? Is he going to live? No, he's not. Frezzy's going to pick that one up as he pulls in.
Oh my god, and the pull into the tower right there from Athena as well. Clean that up as Trixtank continues his pressure. I mean, really, Trix has to answer here, or it's going to be too big of a loss for Cloud9. Now there, you can see their siege minion has spawned, but so has the enemies. Trix really doesn't have the opportunity to control all 3 points. Either he goes for the push and then loses mid, possibly. He goes for the defense. There's the shot, needs another water cannon, but misses it. No Polynomicon available. He's going to need about another second. He will grab the kill. Athena rotates in, but they're going to lose a tower for this.
Yeah, they will lose the tower, but on the other side of the map, look at what Moix is doing. He's pushed his all the way in, and they're going to trade tower for tower here at the moment, even though the left-hand side, they're both at pretty much the same health, and siege tower health as well. Who's going to teleport through? That's the question.
Well, we do have more respawns coming through. Dover is still down for 23 now, whereas everyone on Cloud9 is available to teleport, and it looks like, actually, they're going to be running out of the base towards the right side. C9's going for defense instead of offense.
Both teams are actually just giving up their siege towers here at the moment. Athena, though, only one left to secure this tower. If Bois comes through on Trix Tank, he could actually cause some issues on Frezzy trying to take that one down, but he's going to drop in time, I feel, before anyone's going to get there. Now there's a fight in the jungle as the Silver Fury could be contested as Vex is going to score out. Athena comes in, but the Fear No Evil does a lot of damage. Frezzy does land, but the Storm Call is enough, and Frezzy's going to run.
Yeah, Frezzy not only lost his ult there, but he teleported into a situation that he can't possibly be in without dying. The stun's going to miss from Jeppe there. That's, of course, Funball. On the bottom side, they're looking for an opportunity to jump in. Sayo gets turned around, and they actually managed to steal the Fury away.
Fury taken by Cluelessness in a 3v4 situation. That was really good for them. Great pickup from Dover, though, on the back of that. Dunking down right on top of the Silver Fury and picking up for his team. Big play.
Yeah, very, very big play. And now left side, you can see with this spawn, it's going to force Trixtank over to play some more defense, a role that he just got off of. And now he's going to have really, this is major farming time that he's going to lose.
Yeah, he is. Watch this as well, though, as Cluelessness all group up and come through the portal together. Trixtank backing away already. Moex going aggressive. The Sands are behind him, looking for the opportunity to slow him down. There's the wall connecting. Trixtank has to use the beads, and the taunt lands onto him. Ooh, that was a lot of damage onto Funballer.
Uh-oh, Rewind's going to put him right back in the spot, but a nice knockup from Trix will keep him alive. Card not hitting anyone. Trix going tank for the... Oh, that was huge. Big play, gonna find 2 points of damage and subsequently 2 kills as Suntouch just tries to escape.
Yeah, he uses a Fear No Evil, but it looks like Trix is going to go down as well to Dover on that one. Siege Tower does go down. Tower still standing. Thor going to the sky to escape. Sayo is going to chase. Nope, he's going to back out.
Is he going to go in? No, okay, he will. Yeah, he's going to.
I
I really thought he was going to jump onto Trix there. I really did. But the fight continues as Frezzy's going to be forced to use the taunt to just slow Sayo down a little bit there. And then, of course, Preemptive Strike to dash away. Didn't quite get the tower there, but it's already a 1-for-1. I think that really puts Clueless in a much better spot, despite the fact that they're still down in gold and experience.
It does, but for Cloud9 there, because he managed to take out that siege tower before they lost a tower. And that was the extra tower in the game because of the Silver Fury that they did just pick up. So even though Cluelessness are in a good position on tower position, you expect to get more out of that second siege tower, DM.
We've actually seen a lot of really decent ults come out from Frezzy so far, who's really using Athena, I think, a lot better in this mode than we've seen previously.
Yes, I agree.
But now C9 looking for an opportunity.
Using it again?
Yeah, speaking of that ult, the teleport actually not going to give them anything. They have a 3v3 engage here, but this is really in C9's favor.
Oh, Storm Call goes off, causes a lot of issues as the Fear No Evil connects two. Two members going to drop in quick succession. Moex gets pulled in by Trixtank. Vexus isn't on the backside. Great impale from Moex to try and escape. I don't know for how long. Not long enough. Vex says you're on your own. Vex says you've gone. The tidal wave.
Oh my god, Trixtank showing why he is on Habois. Throwing out the water cannon, beads to reduce the cooldown, and then water cannon again. Incredible. The guys in C9, especially Trixtank, who earns himself not only top gold and farm in that game, but I'm sure his player damage just spiked through the roof now, almost 10,000.
Still 10 seconds on respawns. The team could look for the Phoenix, but choosing wisely to all back here, I feel. Maybe they could have actually taken that down, DM. What do you feel? I think it's a 50-50 shot, that.
I probably would have dived for it. I mean, right now, you can see that Dover's moving forward. He really didn't have a lot of pressure to take out 4, and a Phoenix completely changes the way someone has to play offense and defense. At the same time, they got their lead back entirely, and they probably shouldn't be too aggressive. Like you said, the 50-50, I mean, the risk versus reward wasn't really in either favor.
It was going to be a coin flip either way, whatever they chose in that one. So for the time being, though, Cloud9, even though they're a mishmash of a team with Funballer on there as well as Trixtank, they're actually starting to show their individual skill, DM, and the fact that they can group well as a team and actually perform well in team fights.
Well, C9's going to be grouping up on the left side here as you see a major grouping, as well as, oh man, they're backing on the right side.
Very
They're not
slow.
going to be able to get over in time. This should be a free tier 2.
Yeah, Moex has to actually leap away to make sure he doesn't get caught out by Funballer there. This tower's going to drop before anyone can get there. And Dover's waiting in the jungle looking for an opportunity. But there is a ward there to spot out if they did look for the rotation around the back. The whole team here, Siege Minions still on full health. They're all just going to back away, though, for the time being. Or are they? They're waiting for the right opportunity.
I really think they should be moving forward, at least hit the tower a little bit, get some damage into that Phoenix. If they committed, they would have taken that down easy.
Yeah, I agree, especially with that siege tower tanking up for the most part. He'll get a lot of tower damage onto it. And now the back off is engaged by Cloud9 as they try and retreat. As the Silver Fury spawned, I expect to see the fight here.
They're moving forward. They're trying to stop them from going for the Silver Fury, at least for free. Make them at least make a bad decision, but they're backing off. Cluelessness has no claim here, and it looks like this is going to be a free siege engine once again for the guys on Cloud9.
Well, that's actually their first Silver Fury they've picked up because Cluelessness did steal away the other one, but it's going to spawn on the right-hand side as well. What are Cloud9 going to choose to do? Well, at the moment, 3 members are grouping up to the left to continue the pressure, as on the right-hand side of the map, you can see already that Funball is there on that Chronos, pushing this in as quick as he can, and it's going to be up to Cluelessness to make the right call on how to deal with this siege engine.
So, yeah, towards the right side, we have 2 people pushing in for Cloud9. Sayo in the jungle right now. I don't know why he's really taking this opportunity to farm instead of pushing in as hard as he can. This might dictate that they're very close to getting their siege engine as well as the Silver Fury engine that just spawned. I don't really know what they're looking to do here. They're already getting it taken down.
They're losing a lot of damage on that siege tower already, not even in range yet, and that Fury of the Sands is going to cause some issues for it as well, because it'll take increased damage from Moex. Left-hand side, though, it looks like Cloud9 are just going to give this one up, DM, and just focus on taking out the other siege tower.
I don't know that I agree. I mean, looking at the board, Trick's Tank is 18 right now, which means he has access to his level 4 ultimate, on top of the fact that he has Shoes of the Magi, Bancroft's Talon, Obsidian Shard, and he's starting Lost Artifact, which can, of course, lead into Rod of Tahuti. The damage potential is there, and to see them wasted on defense is very strange.
You know what I think this is as well, DM, is that we know these guys are good and they're bringing over the skills from Conquest to this, but they're not experienced at the siege map enough to realize how strong the siege tower is on trying to take down these phoenixes. Like a full team plus the siege tower, it will evaporate a phoenix very, very quickly. Or at the same time, are they just playing super passive, you know? Are they just too scared to throw the game?
They might be, but look at this. Funball drops a Sentry Ward deep, finds himself a ward as well. I think this is the most amount of wards that we've seen in a game so far.
Oh, it's the most amount of Sentry Wards I've seen since the last few patches, to be honest. Like, they've been picked up and dropped down and caused a lot of issues. And wards seem to be a big part of making sure you catch people out on rotations.
So left side, more pushes coming through from Cloud9. There is a major grouping, whereas right side, there are a lot of people. I just saw Disperse and Mjolnir's attunement used. And look in the jungle here. They know that Thor's coming. I think Thor knows that they know that Thor's coming too as he backs off.
Aggression though, left-hand side, as we can see Moex engaging. Meanwhile, right, Dover does get caught out, has to use the hammer to get to the skies. Away from the aggression from Suntouch, back to base he goes. That's on cooldown for this engage now.
Yeah, that could be a lot of trouble. And you take a look at Funball's build, the Polynomicon is not only online, but coupled with a lot of damage, making sure that he's going to have extra push onto this Phoenix. The creeps are moving forward. Expect the Accelerate to go off here in just a second.
Cloud9 sieging up, looking for the opportunity. Wall goes down, doesn't connect on anyone. Minions did a little bit of damage. Athena on the front line, though, does get a little bit of poke done to her as the wet paper, because this is Suntouch finally decides to engage. The disengage is forced, though, immediately, and the Phoenix hasn't taken that much damage.
Also coming
Athena
out from
wasted.
Athena. Yeah, I think she was just trying to get back in case. They have to be more aggressive here. They have all 4 ultimates. Both Anvil of Dawn and Defender of Olympus are on cooldown. They have to use that advantage here, especially with that Storm Call ready to go.
Well, it's paying off at the moment for Cloud9 being patient, because they've wasted 2 almost
Here we
already.
go.
There's Sayo going in, Impale immediately into the wall. Sayo finally gets the Storm Call off as Frenzy gets annihilated by Suntouch in the end of it. But Moex on the backline secures 2. Dover's there. Suntouch is in trouble. The turnaround from Cluelessness was huge. Moex, shout out to you with that Impale.
The telegraphed teleport coming out from Sayo put him in a little bit too late. As soon as he landed in, he got impaled into the wall, and he had no pressure and no control over the map. He got immediately CC'd. By the time the Storm Call actually came out, he was already sitting well below half. They turned their sights way too hard onto the Athena, likely the least important person to be fighting at that point, and they just burned it down.
Well, still 17 seconds until the first one is going to be available. Moex tanking up this tower. They're trying to backdoor to the best of their abilities. The minions come in. Finally, Fexes turns up. If they can take this tower and rotate to Silver Fury DM, this is a big win for them.
Yeah, I mean, even if they don't get the Phoenix here, which they likely won't given the timers, this is going to be a really good jump in gold, something they definitely needed. You can see that the gold lead has shrunk from over 4,000 to down to 1,200. Experience difference up from closer to 6,500 is down to 1,600. And now with the rotation to the Silver Fury, this is really as close as it gets.
Yeah, it's getting really close now, and that was a big defense for Cluelessness, especially with two ultimates down, being especially Athena's ultimate and Thor, so the mobility was down for that fight. As we can see, Cloud9 starting up this Silver Fury, Frezzy and Moex in the area. Can they contest it? No, they're choosing not to. So once again, Cloud9 are going to get the opportunity to siege.
I think that was just a lack of familiarity with the map. They pushed back a little bit too hard. Didn't control the points they needed to. Oh, and now Cloud9 got their ticket count all the way up. They have double Siege Minion in the same lane. If Sayo knew the map better, he would stop pushing right here to let those Siege Minions get right on top of each other, and that's what happens. This is so dangerous.
This is going to be difficult. Cluelessness did a great base defense a moment ago at the Phoenix, but this time round, Cloud9 are bringing forth the onslaught of two siege towers in the same lane, and Suntouch just pushed in that left-hand side a little bit further just to keep applying the pressure on both sides of this map.
So pushing up, Trix, Tank, and Fumball snooping around here, looking for an opportunity to find themselves a quick burst down kill. Nice knock-up, going to send Moex down about a quarter of his health.
He's going to back off immediately. Good wall from Dover, though, but the siege towers finally hit the tower. They've got to take a lot to burst them down. Spin to win down, and you can see Frezzy on the front line doing work to try and keep them busy. Thor's in the sky, though. Where's he going to dunk? I expect in the siege towers here. He can't look for an engage.
Look at the spread out from Cloud9. Anvil of Dawn's going to come down. The Phoenix is just about picked up here as the ultimate finally comes off from Suntouch. Getting out of the Storm Call, you'll see Dover get back into the base. Frezzy super low, teleport option not taken, and Frezzy's going to be able to stop them out there. But at the same time, both have been taken down, but so has the Phoenix.
That shows you the strength of those siege towers, DM, because it was just those two working on that Phoenix all that time. No one from Cloud9 really got involved on the auto attack front. They all relied on them, but now Frezzy could get caught out there, Suntouch. But Suntouch doesn't realise his team had backed off to deal with the oncoming onslaught of Dover and Moex. But Trixie scores him, and now Moex has to leap over the wall. This fight is going good for Cloud9 right now.
Trix Tank going to take two ghosts, but live through it in the back. Defender of Olympus will come down and hit Suntouch along with the Book of Demons. Not able to escape that one, but his push continues here. As you can see, two members of Cloud9 not immediately deterred.
No, they haven't been. They're still trying to put the pressure on. I mean, they're not getting the minion wave push because that siege tower is in the right lane for the time being. They're going to jump through the portal and fight. Oh, they are! It looks like Chronos could get caught out. I don't think he thought about it, and now he's going to go down as well. Pops the Aegis to sustain for a little bit longer, and now Sayo's here. He's in trouble too. That was a bit of a mistake. I think Sayo can escape. He used the Storm Call, but he's going to try the jukes. He's going to try it.
There's nothing to do. Trix Tank teleports in as well, recognizes that as probably a bad idea, but the Siege Minion has taken a ton of damage. You can see that the weapon has taken about 80% of its total health as it burns down towards the tier 2, but this is a 4v1 engagement, at least for the next 7 seconds, until Suntouch respawns.
Nope, Siege Tower's going to get to the tower. Minion wave destroyed, even though it was Fire Minions. Whole full team of Cluelessness mounting up, looking for revenge on the Phoenix. Trix Tank and only Suntouch available right now. 17 seconds on Chronos. This Phoenix is going to drop. The taunt is on Trix Tank. Trix Tank's walled off. He's zoned into a corner. The damage is on him, but the Fear No Evil is going to save him from Suntouch. And the Phoenix drops, and now Suntouch is in trouble. Leaps over the wall away. 1-for-1 in Phoenixes. Now we've got a ball game.
Yeah, that was a really strong turnaround coming out from the boys on the Frezzy clan. They're looking for an opportunity to get as much as possible. No Siege Minion available in the middle just yet, but on its final tick, it's going to be coming up pretty soon. So everyone's going to start rotating over there. The Fire Minions will start taking care of each other. As you see the right side, those Minions are going to be burning down. They just actually spawned, so this could be trouble for either team. One Phoenix remains on each side. No tier 2s. Siege Minion about to spawn in the middle, and both of them just lost their siege towers recently. Given the fact that the gold and experience are, for all intents and purposes, dead even, this could this is just a coin flip.
Yeah, it really is, and the coin flip's going to begin at this Silver Fury as Sayo goes in. He wasted his cooldowns, and now he's being impaled into a wall, but great defense from Trix Tank allows them to keep them off for the time being. Silver Fury being kited around, not low enough to be secured yet from either team, is going to be reset a field.
They have to be very careful here. This could be instant kill in either direction. It gets taken down. It's going to spawn for Clueless. Suntouch gets the ultimate off. A lot of damage coming into Trix Tank, and he gets blown up as we see a respawn baiting out to disperse. Frezzy's just trying to find a way back into the fight. Defender of Olympus goes in, but no damage getting done. Sayo getting chased down. All the damage going to Suntouch here as we need to see Funball get back into this fight.
Yeah, Suntouch is trying to get out of here, but now he's surrounded by 3 members as the rest of his team have had to leave for various reasons.
No.
He's going to drop Siege Tower left-hand side, Minion Wave right-hand side. He's going to stay even. That's not going to go anywhere, guys, because of both Phoenixes, but it's going to be a 4-man engage against the 2 defenders as Frezzy goes deep. He brings in Dover with him, and now the wall lands on Kronos. Kronos is in trouble. He ages his, but he's going to allow the rest of Cluelessness to collapse, and that's going to cause Sayo to drop 2. Phoenix is now exposed.
Now this is going to be the second Phoenix to go down here. They have a siege weapon, preemptive strike directly into the Titan. Trix is going to spawn in a few seconds, but there's no ultimate available. The Titan's under half, the Titan's under a third. The Trix tank blinks in, but he gets blown up. Titan goes down as well as Cloud9.
Cluelessness coming out, being down a Phoenix. The base defense from them was fantastic. They managed to turn it around several times. Cloud9, though, seemed like they were very hesitant on fighting at those Phoenixes earlier on. Gave Cluelessness that little edge back in because of that, and Cluelessness go on to the final.
I think we, Cloud9, Pink Fluffy Unicorns, Pre-Nerf Guan Yu, everyone that has fought this team today has been baited. They are not clueless in the absolute least. They have been controlling at almost every stage of every game they've played so far. And after that win, they're going to see if they can keep that clue up as they go against Worth Gaming in the finals.
That clue up, that was pretty bad. Oh, Worth Gaming got through, so there's your announcement there as well. I4 losing to Worth Gaming, so we're going to see Worth Gaming, like he said, versus Cluelessness, and Cloud9 in the loser bracket will be facing off against I4. Big games, DM.
Yeah, this is going to be really big. Remember, guys, tomorrow Monday at 1 p.m., we are going to be showing the Shanghai show match. Me and Drybell will be casting over the rebroadcast of the games played in China between Team Solo Mid, Team Dignitas, and, of course, World Elite. And we still have a small patch preview coming up for you guys in a little bit as well, so make sure to stick around. We do.
Why does no one tell me anything?
Because you're from Canada.
A Canadian's not allowed to have knowledge? Is that what you're trying to say, DM?
No, we actively kick Sev out of his own mumble when we have conversations. We're going to cut to a quick break, right? And then we'll be back with finals.
Yep, guys,